is Melissa. We are here behind the desk and we are talking to Mitchell today. Mitchell is one of our voice and piano instructors. So how are you today, Mitchell?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I am great. So tell us a little bit about what is your degree in?
So I have 2 degrees. My undergraduate degree, I have a double performance major in voice performance and also saxophone performance. But then I went I really enjoyed voice a whole lot, and so I really wanted to continue my studies with that. And so then I went and got my master's degree in vocal performance.
And what colleges were those from?
So my undergraduate performances degrees came from Piedmont College, which is just in North Georgia, up in Demarest. And then I went for my master's degree over at Appalachian State University up in Boone, North Carolina.
How did you land in my brother-in-law happens to also be from Appalachian State, so how did you end up there from here?
Well, my voice instructor from my undergraduate degree actually went to App State for her master's degree, and so I went and studied with her teacher there. I went up and met everybody and took a lesson with her teacher and just really loved it and really liked the way that she taught and learned a whole lot from her. So, yeah.
All right. What exactly is the difference from like a parent's perspective between a teacher who has a bachelor's degree and a teacher who has a master's degree?
A master's degree is a whole lot more specific. You get to delve more into your study of your specific study. So in my master's degree, I actually took a bunch of different independent study classes. So I took one over opera directing, which was with our opera director there. And so for that semester, I directed a couple of pieces. I did a couple of ensemble pieces, all opera based. I did a couple of musical theater things. I directed one that was meant for an audition, so without any set pieces or anything like that. So something that you would sing either in a like a jury or an audition, and having to emote those different kinds of things without the set pieces behind you, which I think was really kind of cool because you have to make your audience see all of those different set pieces without it actually being there. And then the other one that I took, I did an independent study with my voice teacher actually, and we did the evolution of poetry in French art song. So kind of interesting and fun, which I could delve more into, but we won't, because it gets kind of complicated. But yeah, and then you get into more about the musical theory side. We took, had to take a music history course, of course. And that one was more of the evolution of musical style, rather than just like, okay, this is Mozart, this is Beethoven, but like how their pieces and music in general, how it evolved from the medieval period all the way through the 20th century. And then we had to do a project on that, and then, which I did we had to pick a musical style and then do an evolution on that style. So I picked evolution of French art song, and then trying to talk about how from the very beginning that art song changed all the way through the 19th into the 20th century. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, you just get more in depth into that, and then have more chance for study. I also had one of my things was that I had to do a performance in a small group. So we had like a small opera group as well, and then I also got to teach voice class to like a group of non-voice students. So they were either music education, instrumentalists, and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool to be able to teach non-vocalists really how to sing.
That's cool. So I heard you talk about French, and I know as a voice major myself, everybody learns Italian, and I've heard you sing in German. What's your favorite language to sing in?
I really like singing in French, just because I feel like there's one language that I feel that people kind of draw to, and French was just mine. I really like the flowing part about the language, and the music is just really absolutely beautiful. I love singing in German too, but I think there's something about French art music that really kind of draws me in.
Are you more Fauré or Debussy?
I would probably say I've done more Fauré, but I would love to do more Debussy. So it's like
that was a great non-answer.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I've performed Fauré a whole lot more. I find that I really enjoy Debussy, but I feel that Debussy has a lot, there is more tailored to women vocalists.
I did En Prière, Fauré, and that for the audience, that's you're singing in 2 and the piano is playing in 3, and that song fried my brain for the longest time. It was so hard, so hard. So everyone's passionate about their style of music. What style of music are you most passionate about teaching?
I really love art song and opera and classical music in general. I really enjoy teaching Broadway too, because I have a lot of vocal students who might not know that they like classical music because they haven't really kind of delved into classical music. So Broadway is that sort of gateway into it, and then I could be like, hey, do you want to learn to sing in a different language? And then we get into that part. So trying to bring them into the fold a little bit of my interests, but I really love enjoying and learning for myself, being able to be in this kind of situation to learn different styles as well, and being able to just kind of do something that I don't know a whole lot about, but I'm so eager to learn about it, and then being able to teach those students how to perform well at our fall shows, at our spring shows, and things like that. I really love that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Mitchell.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for Behind the Desk today, and we hope we see you again next week.
Thank you.